They say family is supposed to protect your dreams, but what happens when the very people you trust most, are they the ones who destroy them? Imagine working for years towards something that meant everything to you, only to have it ripped away. In an instant, not by a stranger, but by your own parents. They claimed it was for family. But deep down, I knew the truth. They had chosen my sister's wants over my future. What they didn't know was that their betrayal would come at a cost. A cost I would make sure they never forgot. Life had always been simple, predictable, filled with small victories. For years, I worked every spare hour, saving every dollar. Pushing through long shifts just to chase one dream. A car, not just metal and wheels, but freedom, independence, proof that my sacrifices meant something. That car was more than transportation. It was a promise to myself that hard work could pay off. My family knew how much it meant to me. Or at least, I thought they did. On the surface, we looked ordinary, parents who claimed to care. A sister who always seemed to get what she wanted, but beneath it all, there were cracks, unspoken favoritism, quiet resentments, choices that always seemed to tilt against me. I didn't know it yet, but all that saving, all that dreaming, was about to collide with the one betrayal that would change everything. And when it happened, there would be no going back. Intensify tone, the betrayal came suddenly, like a blow I never saw coming. After years of sacrifice, I finally had my dream my freedom, but before I could even enjoy it, the rug was pulled out from under me. One evening, I came home to an empty driveway. At first, I thought it was stolen. My heart raced. My hands shook, but when I asked my parents, the truth cut deeper than any theft ever could. They had sold my dream car. Gone, and worse, they hadn't sold it because of bills. Or family crisis. No, they sold it to spoil my sister. She wanted money for her future. And they decided my dream was expendable. My sacrifices. My years of work, erased in an instant, because her wants mattered more. They told me I should be understanding. That family comes first, that I could always get another car someday. As if my blood, sweat, and tears were nothing more than pocket change. And when my sister smirked, flaunting what they had given her, it was a reminder. In their eyes, she would always come first. Colder tone, but I didn't explode, not then. I swallowed the rage, locked it away, let them believe I was defeated. Inside, though, a storm was forming. Every glance at her new possessions, every reminder of what I'd lost. It only fueled me further. I began to take note of everything: how much she spent, what she wasted, the luxury she took for granted. They thought the issue was closed, that their decision was final, but I was already building something far more dangerous than anger. I was building a plan, because here's the thing about betrayal: it doesn't just hurt. It sharpens you. Every injustice lit a fire in me, and I realized I wasn't going to sit back and watch. No, I was going to make them feel it. Every cent they took from me, every dream they crushed. I would reclaim it, piece by piece. Lean in tone, the breaking point came the day I laid the numbers bare. I had tracked every cent my sister had gained from my stolen dream, every shopping spree, every careless splurge, every luxury she flaunted, quietly, methodically. I added it all up, and when I finally revealed it, the silence in the room was deafening. My parents froze, eyes wide. As I presented the total, the exact amount my car had been worth, down to the last dollar. But I didn't stop there. I demanded repayment, not with shouting, not with rage, with the cold precision of someone who had been pushed too far. My sister laughed at first. She thought I was bluffing, until I showed her proof. My meticulous records, the money trails. She never thought anyone noticed. Her smirk vanished. My parents tried to intervene, but this time, the power wasn't in their hands. Every dollar she owed became a weight pressing down on her. Every indulgence came with a price tag, and I was the collector. Her triumph turned into her punishment, her luxuries into chains, and slowly, day by day, her smugness drained away, replaced by resentment, then regret. My parents watched helplessly as their golden child crumbled under the weight of responsibility they had never thought she'd face. And in that moment, I felt it, the shift. The balance of power had changed. No longer the overlooked one. No longer the expendable dreamer. I had turned their betrayal into their downfall. But this wasn't the end. No, this was only the beginning of what they would come to regret. Softer but firm tone, in the weeks that followed. The household was no longer the same. My sister, once carefree, now carried the weight of her own choices. Every payment she made was a reminder that debts, whether financial or moral, always come due. My parents, too, began to see me differently. Their golden child had faltered, and the one they dismissed had proven stronger than they ever imagined. But beyond repayment, something deeper shifted inside me. It wasn't just about the car anymore. It was about reclaiming respect, showing that even when those closest betray your trust, you still hold the power to define your own worth. Revenge didn't erase the betrayal, but it forced accountability. It made them face the truth they had long ignored, and for me, it was a lesson in resilience. I didn't just survive their betrayal. I turned it into fuel. Stories like this are everywhere: families choosing favorites, dreams crushed by those who should protect them. But sometimes, justice comes from standing firm, from refusing to be silenced, from demanding the scales balance again. So I'll leave you with this: when the people you trust most betray you, do you let it define you, or do you turn it into the very thing that makes you stronger?